Computer and information processing. This chapter focuses on identifying current and future computer trends and traits, steps of information processing cycle, as well as recognizing various computing devices and their uses. Starting from the objectives, you recognize the computer, explain the functions of the computer, describe how the computer represents data using binary code, describe the evolution of computer systems, list the various types of characteristics of PCs or personal computers, give examples of other PCs devices, list the various types and the characteristics of multi-user computers, explain the safe and the efficient use of technology, explain the function of the computer. Well, let's start. And when explaining the functions of a computer, we have input. Viewers of a talent show, for example, viewers of a talent show vote for their favorite performer by filling out the survey on the site or by using smartphone. Number 2, processing. The collected data is processed to determine the winner. Number 3, storage. The raw data stored temporarily in the memory until it can be processed. The processed information is then stored on the disk for later retrieval. Number 4, which is the last, output. The processed data now information is output and the winners are announced during the live results show the next event. The information processing cycle is a common trend of all computers. There are 4 types of processes. It is the input step, raw materials or raw data enters the system. For example, raw data include text you type on your part of the paper or numbers into a spreadsheet budget. The processing of data, this data occurs in the next step, which is step 2. The computer programming changes the data uses. The computer programming changes the data into useful information at the stage and get it ready for the next step in the process. During the output step, the processed data is returned to the user. Storage step enables you to save the information in a digital format and retrieve it later. Describe how computers represent data using binary code. A bit is the smallest unit of data that a computer can process and store. A bit is always 1 or 2 physical states, similar to on and off light switch. The state represented a single binary value, usually 0 or 1. Bits measure data transfer rates and bytes, measure file size and storage capacity. It is common today for a home computer to contain gigabytes and terabytes of file storage. 8 bits makes about 1 byte. Describe how computers represent data using binary code. The standard decimal prefix to measure data unit number of bytes. 1 byte is equals to 1 over 8 byte. 1 bit is equals to 1 over 8 byte. 1 byte is equals to 1 byte is equals to 1 byte. 8 bit is equals to 1 bit. Kilobyte is equals to 1000 bytes. Megabyte is equals to 1 million bytes. Gigabyte is equals to 1 billion bytes and so much more. Then we have petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, prontobyte. List the various types of characteristics. List the various types and the characteristics of personal computer. Personal computers have desktop, workstation, all-in-one computer. A personal computer, also referred to as a PC, is signed to be used by one person at a time. There are many forms of personal computers, including notebooks, desktop computers, and mobile devices. Desktop computers offer speed and power, and the business is high-end computer, perhaps costing standards of dollars, and it might be attached to the network. All-in-one computer interacts the system unit with the monitor, often saving space. Various types and characteristics of personal computer. Portable versions of computer include notebooks and laptops. They are often as powerful as desktop
and run on battery power when not plugged in the wall. Typically have a wireless networking, webcams, and even wider screen display. The smallest notebook computer netbook have the smaller screen and no DVD or compact disc drive, and limited computing power and storage, but they have built-in wireless capabilities which makes them effective small computing choice if you work online. A sub notebook is a notebook computer that is thin and light and feature high-end processing and video capabilities. An ultrabook that runs on Windows in an example, a sub notebook, a cover a cover treble has a screen can swell or that can swell to fold as touchscreen or slide to make useful for making notes. Tablet computer is a mobile with a LCD display, fair long battery, long battery, and built-in wi- wire or cellular connectivity. Mac computers built by Apple runs the OS operating system. Many people favor Macs because they are secure, stable, and fun. Out of the box, useful applications are installed and ready to run. A PC runs to the Windows and Linux operating system. As selections are wider when it comes to PCs because there are numerous models, configurations, and price points available. Chromebooks are subnotebooks that run on the Chrome OS, which is the version of Linux operating system that was released by Google. They are designed to work best when connected to the internet and rarely on the web apps and cloud storage instead of traditional software. Computer selection depends on personal preference. The software you need to use, capabilities with work or school computer, and price. Give examples of other personal computers, devices, mobile devices, smartphones, e-readers, GPS. Mobile devices usually handheld include smartphone, e-reader. Mobile devices can be general purpose or can or they can be specialized such as device to measure heart rate, blood pressure, or physical activity. Number two, video game system. A video console is the system unit for the game where the processing takes place. It is connected to a television or monitor for viewing. Video game simulation. A video game simulation can be used to recreate an environment with a realistic scenario. List the various types and characteristics of multi-user computer. We have mid-range computers can support hundreds of users in a client or server environment. Number two, we have mainframe computers or enterprise servers are by businesses with massive amount of data to be processed, and they support thousands of users simultaneously. Then we have supercomputers that perform specialized tasks such as weather forecasting, oil exploration, biomedical research, and gene research. Explain the safe and effective use of technology. Lumbar support for lower back, adjustable seat height, feet on the floor, forest a shorter people shorter people. A summary for this chapter: In this chapter, you explored a concept related to computer information processing and acquainted system. Today, experience acquaint, we experience ubiquitous computing in many parts of our lives, and as technology is moved into background, we also see the convergence of multiple technologies in our mobile devices such as smartphone. The information processing cycle describes the path that data takes as it is processed and become useful information. Data is measured in bits and bytes. Personal computers range from desktop, portable devices. In multi-user computing environment, clients access the server for processing file storage and security.